Liam, welcome to Sutton United. How does it feel?
No, it feels great, yeah. I'm delighted to get it over the line and I can't wait for the season to start.
You're not new to the area, obviously you started your career at Bromley. How excited are you to come back to the top tier of non-league football?
Yeah, really excited. I mean, like I said, I was at Tunbridge last year in the league below. I felt like I've done well there and earned my stripes, and now I'm looking forward to being back in the league above.
Talk us through your career so far.
Well, I started at Bromley. I was there probably from under 14s, and then I did my scholar there, and then in the second year of that I sort of broke through into the first team, played 10, 15 games there, and then from there I then got picked up by Portsmouth when I was just turned 18, spent 3 years there. Didn't quite go how I wanted it to, but you know, that's part and parcel of football. And then left there, and then from there like I said, was at Tunbridge last year, and then now here.
What did you learn from your time at Portsmouth, obviously a club in the Football League?
Loads. I think you learn loads. You know, you're around experienced pros that have got hundreds of games in the Football League. You know, you pick up little bits every day. But yeah, no, I learned a lot, and I think it sort of moulded me into who I am now.
Obviously, I believe you did pick up an injury in your first season at Portsmouth. Does the need to recover from that, did that sort of build up your resilience, especially at an early age?
Yeah, no, definitely. That was, like I said, I just got my move to Portsmouth, and within 2 days it was sort of, my season was done. So I spent probably 10 to 12 months on the sideline, which was obviously really difficult. But yeah, I think that sort of builds you into who you are, and definitely builds up character, and now I'd say I'm pretty much ready to face anything.
You spent quite a lot of time out on loan during your time at Portsmouth. You notably scored a hat-trick against one of your future clubs, Worthing, Hampton and Richmond. What memories do you have of that?
Yeah, that's a couple of years ago now. I definitely didn't expect to score a hat-trick. But yeah, I don't think I'd scored a goal all season, and I remember it was on Boxing Day. I think I was playing left wing back, or maybe on the left wing. Somehow ended up scoring 2 in 6 minutes, and then towards the back end of the game we had a penalty, and I thought, I'm definitely going to take this on a hat-trick, and luckily was able to score, and yeah, and like you say, score a hat-trick. I'm pretty sure we still lost the game, but yeah.
And a goal is something you look to add to your game as much as possible? Yeah,
definitely. I think I'm always wanting to try and help the team, whether it's defensively, going forward. Always want to go forward, play on the front foot, and yeah, look to try and make things happen in the final third as well, definitely.
Touching on goals, I believe you were Tonbridge's top scorer last season, despite playing largely at wing back.
Yeah.
What do you think the secret was to that sort of proficiency in front of goal?
I mean, I think just like you said, being on the front foot and looking for little things to happen and kind of predicting where the ball might go. Yeah, I think last season was definitely really good for me, and I was able to get a decent amount of goals from wing back, and hopefully I can look to do the same here.
And aside from goals, how would you describe your style of play?
I would say energetic, athletic, aggressive. Like I said, want to be on the front foot, want to press, want to win the ball back as much as possible, but then still comfortable on the ball. Yeah, that's how I'd describe it.
And is there anyone in particular you maybe look up to or model your game off?
Maybe not someone in particular, but I like watching, you know, people playing down the left-hand side, picking up bits of what people do. I like the way Robertson gets forward. I like his tenacity and how aggressive he is. Same with, well, he hasn't played as much this year, but Chilwell, like I said, getting up and down constantly. Yeah, I would say probably them two.
I was looking back to your time at Worthing. You played under Adam Hinchwood, quite a highly renowned coach now at York City.
Yeah.
What did you learn from him?
Quite a lot, to be fair. He was very detailed coach, always demanded standards, wanted the best for everyone, and ultimately was a winner. So yeah, learnt a lot from him, and like you said, he's been able to kick on now. So yeah.
And do you expect something similar now under Steve Morrison?
Yeah, definitely. That's, like I said, one of the reasons I've come out. I watched the club last year. I see the ambition here. I know you guys didn't get the playoffs like you wanted to, but you can see that that's there, and hopefully this season we can really kick on and look to do that.
Obviously, that's your goals with the club. Personally as well, what are you looking to achieve next season?
Yeah, I mean, on a personal, I'm looking to, like I said, play more games, score goals, get assists, and get the club as high as possible in the league and ultimately get promoted.
Do you have a message for the fans?
Yeah, just want to say obviously I'm Liam and can't wait to meet you all and can't wait for the season to start.
Well, cheers, Liam. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, cheers.